Today I just wanted to talk about my bedroom plants. I really enjoy them. I really enjoy the way my room feels. I have pinpointed a few of the different things I've done that has made my bedroom feel more of a place that I want to be, and a lot of it has to do with my plants. I did actually get a plant in the mail today, so let's unbox the plant. Perfect timing to be a part of this video. It is also really cold where I live, so I hope the plant's okay. Heat pack, still warm, good sign. Please be okay. It definitely wasn't responsible of me to order, especially such an expensive plant in this weather. So I'm like really nervous, caused myself an unnecessary amount of stress. And I don't want to cut the leaves because I have done that before. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, but so excited. Oh, yay, okay. Oh, I'm happy with it. There is one little yellow leaf. Anyway, I should say what this is. This is a Monstera Thai constellation. For any of you that don't remember, I completely rotted out my first Thai constellation. I will never buy this plant again. It was a pretty big plant and it just it was fine, and then all at once it just rotted. Like it just turned to mush in one day, it felt like. For some reason, this plant just we did not really like communicate very well together. I'm hoping I've learned a lot more since last time and that this one will be okay. It is living in sphagnum moss, which I planned to grow it in sphagnum moss anyway, because I wanted it to grow in this planter. It's not actually a planter, it's like a pencil or a toothbrush holder that my sister made in her ceramics class in college. One of my tips for how I've made my plants look a little bit better is to put them into cute containers, and some of the time, a lot of the time actually, I feel like the cutest containers don't actually have drainage holes, which is a bummer. Some plants you can get away with no drainage hole. I do that also, but where this plant is kind of one I have struggled with in the past, I do recommend keeping them in sphagnum moss. Oh, there's a pretty good root down there. Okay, the roots look really awesome on this plant. I am incredibly happy with this purchase so far. So I'm just gonna, plop it in there. I'm gonna commit a plant keeping cardinal sin and I'm gonna put it with the rest of my plants. Just because I think it's gonna be so cute right here. My gosh. It's kind of hidden by my money tree. I need to find a better spot to put this. The variegation on this has kind of gone away, but I'm hoping it'll come back. Fingers crossed. Something I decided to do is actually take down those wall planters I put up last time I did a room tour video. I just decided that I didn't actually like those planters in here. I'm going to do something different with them in the main living area of my house. I think it'll be a lot better. It just didn't look great with this and then those up on the wall. Another one of my tips to have the planty bedroom of your dreams is to utilize grow lights, which I have 5 grow lights in my room. These ones bug me a little bit. Well, I think this one is actually pretty cool looking, how it's upright. Maybe I should just stand this one upright also and have them going in this way. The window I'm standing in front of right now is a north facing window. So really I without grow lights couldn't keep plants on my dresser like I want to, because there just is not enough light unless it's a very low light tolerant. And by tolerant, I mean slow dying plant. I do think that grow lights are something that are worth a splurge. That's just my opinion. You could always just buy bulbs and put them into your actual light fixtures if that's something you want to do. I have done that in my bathroom. Normally I'd only be able to keep them up against this window, but with the addition of my Soltech Solutions grow light and then my mother grow lights back there, as well as my Hero Aquatics grow lights, which I'll have links to all of these down in the description, I am able to keep plants in more cute spots, or spots that I think needed plants. It just needed a little greenery, So the grow lights have really helped with that. That has been important for me, being able to have the plant bedroom of my dreams. And okay, that's being dramatic, because if it were up to me, there would be plants hanging from all the ceilings, but this is a good compromise for me and Ryan. I was able to put this Philodendron gloriosum here underneath this light, and I think that these lights are awesome. Me and Ryan have really loved them because we use them as reading lights, or our lights, that we flick off just before we go to bed, and they're very relaxing. We hardly even use our ceiling lights anymore because we just like the ambiance of having all of my grow lights on. The point of my day that I look forward to more than anything now is coming into my bedroom, being surrounded by some of my favorite plants, reading a book, or playing my switch before bed. I think I've talked about it, but my room for a long time was a place where I never really came in here. It stressed me out. Like there just was nothing about it that like drew me to it other than like going to sleep at night. But lately I look forward to laying down in bed and being so relaxed and comfortable and just being able to unwind after, you know, another stressful day. It really has given me a safe space, like being surrounded by things I love, things I like to look at that make me feel good. Something in the past I definitely wasn't considering was the quality of my bedding. Quality bedding is really expensive. Fortunately, Brooklinen has found a way around that by cutting out the middleman, so you can still get those quality, comfortable bed sheets at a more affordable price. Shopping for bedding online is super convenient, but sometimes a little bit worrisome that you're not going to get the quality you really want. You don't have to worry about that with Brooklinen because they do have over 100,000 5-star reviews, which is more than any other online bedding company. So people have tried it and loved it. After sleeping on my Brooklinen set, I can confidently say that they are crisp and cool and soothing and relaxing and like all of the good things. You know, when you like flip your pillow over so your head can be on the cool side, that's how it felt sleeping in this bedding. If you'd like to save even further, you can always order a hardcore bundle. Instead of buying individual pieces, you'll save 25%. It includes a core sheet set, additional pillowcases, and a duvet cover. I went for graphite sheets with the Oxford stripe duvet cover and additional pillowcases, and I love this combo, but there are a lot of really great options you can mix and match for yourself and your own style. Brooklinen is actually having their holiday sale December 1st through December 31st, where you can get 15% off all Brooklinen goods using my link down in the description box. So this is the perfect time to order some incredible bedding for yourself or even for a loved one who deserves incredible bedding also, or both. Everyone gets bedding. If this is going to be a holiday gift, be sure to order by December 13th for ground shipping to arrive by December 24th. And thank you, Brooklinen, for sponsoring this video. You guys, I just noticed something really exciting that so happens to be in my bedroom. So my Monstera albo is putting out a new leaf. It looks like it's been on its way for a long time. I don't know how I didn't notice this because I did just water this a few days ago and did not notice. It's gonna have very beautiful marbled variegation. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm so excited. It's been a while since this thing put out a new leaf. Something else I feel like I need to touch on that really upped the relaxation factor in my room is actually my little container pond fountain thing. I didn't actually do this with the intention of like making my room more relaxing. That's just been a happy like byproduct of doing it. I initially decided to put it in here because, you know, it's a container of water. My kids would be all over that. They don't spend a whole lot of time in here, especially with me not present. That's how it ended up in here. And do you hear that? Listen. It is so soothing. I love, even if I don't run the fountain all day, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Ryan and I will turn it on for when we come relax in bed before we go to sleep. I wish I could let you guys feel the way I feel when I'm in my room lately. I probably sound so dramatic and so redundant and kind of annoying because it's like, how can such small things make such a big difference? But they really do, and they really do. They have. The cool thing about this fountain is it was made using things I pretty much already had. I had to buy the fountain. Anybody can do it. I did it. I do have a full video on the process of this. Again, it's a super simple, super basic process, but I did learn a few things in it. I'll have the video linked. I'll put a card up here somewhere that you can click on and go watch that if you'd like to, but it is something that I knew was going to bring me a lot of joy, but it has brought me a lot of joy in a lot of ways I wasn't expecting, you know? So it is something I recommend for everybody. Everybody, I do. Do it. Do it. Make this pond. Be happy. Make this pond. If you've watched my channel for a while, you already know I really do love like a cluttery feel. So this next tip or thing I did to make my room more relaxing is kind of shocking. Before, I had plants everywhere. Like it was hard to walk around in my room because plants were just everywhere. I did start to clear some areas so it didn't feel as messy. Another example is the windowsill. I have my plants hanging and then 2 plants, one on each side of the window. And before I had plants along the entire windowsill, which I think I'm going to put one in the middle at the bottom still. Should we do that right now? Yeah, let's put this one. In this room, I needed it to feel more relaxing. When it's out there, it doesn't bother me at all because I'm not like out in the rest of my house looking really to relax. Like this is my space, you know, this is where I feel like I can come in to breathe. Once I realized that that was kind of anxiety inducing when I was trying to relax in bed and I was seeing all these plants on my windowsill lined up there that needed watered, or I don't know, I was not focusing on them in a good way, like how I focus on them when they're cluttered out in the rest of my house, you know? So that is something that has made a huge, huge difference for me that, again, I just totally was not expecting. Kind of along the cluttery lines, I really, really love color. Like, I love bright color. Lately, I've kind of stepped a little bit back from like the super bright colors. I mean, I still have some pops of color in here. Before, where I had like rainbow going on everywhere, it really just did something to my brain, like subconsciously. I constantly felt like I was in like fight or flight constantly. And a lot of it has to do with having like a ton of responsibility for kids, animals, plants, you know, like my own well-being, all of that. But another thing was my environment was just not, it just wouldn't allow me to relax because there was just so much going on. So I've kind of found that straying away from like super rainbow, kind of all over the place color has really, really helped me. It's like less for my eyes to focus on, I think, as I'm walking through the house, you know? As I was walking through my house and noticing different things of my house, I really started to pay attention to how I was feeling when I looked at those items. And yeah, like the bright colors, in a way, they made me very excited, but feeling very excited was not what I needed, because I'm constantly going, where I was already feeling overstimulated in so many good and bad ways. That extra excitement because of the colors just was not serving me. It was not serving me. Even though excitement is fun to feel and good to feel, I just realized it wasn't doing what I need like my environment to do for me now. And yeah, before I had kids and so many extra things going on in my day, that extra excitement did a lot for me because I needed that. I needed that extra stimulation because I just kind of didn't have enough going on. But now that I'm like on the other end of that and I have so much going on, taking that extra stimulation away has worked wonders. I hope some of you guys will like understand where I'm coming from. I really just want to feel understood and like I'm not the only one, or maybe this might click. I hope that this could click in somebody's mind, that maybe the same thing is happening to you, where like you love color like how I love color, but it maybe is a little bit overstimulating for us. I don't know. I do need to add mosquito bits to a bunch of these plants because I repotted them not that long ago and I realized I didn't add mosquito bits. I have been noticing a little bit of fungus gnat issues, and I think it is because I have recently purchased new plants, whereas, you know, before my wish list plant shopping video, I really hadn't bought plants in like a year or at least 6 months. I think that by introducing new plants into my house, I have had some fungus gnats come in, whereas before I would have like 1 or 2 here, but now it's getting to the point that there's more of them. So like I wasn't really staying on top of keeping mosquito bits in my potting mix because it just wasn't something I was like really ever introducing into my home. But now that I am, I need to stay on top of it. And I'm telling you, you guys, mosquito bits work. I think it's something that can very much help any of you with your fungus gnat outbreaks. You know, this is something I need to stay more on top of. I mean, these are always linked in my description. I have and will continue using them for probably ever. Like, you know what, when I die and they bury me with my mosquito bits. I'm gonna add some into my pond. I live in farmland, really is what it is. It's really wet and kind of marshy, and there's lots of fields where, you know, mosquitoes just multiply and multiply. Right now it's winter, so we don't have them, but especially when it starts warming up, or even I swear if we have like one warm day, the mosquitoes come up from I don't even know where. So I just don't want to risk there being mosquitoes in my pond. That would suck if I created a problem with something I love so much. Something else I've definitely noticed that has made a difference for me in feeling like overwhelmed with my plants has been to pot my plants into actual planters that I like, instead of just keeping them in their nursery pot. And like, okay, in my bedroom, I have one that's in a nursery pot, but I've just been keeping a watch out for a planter that I know for sure I'm going to like for this plant. I haven't just been rushing to plant my plants into a planter just because I feel like it needs to be out of the nursery pot and into a cute planter. I've really been buying planters for specific plants instead of just like mass buying a whole bunch of planters and then trying to retrofit plants into those planters. For the gigantium I just showed you, I do know that I want to have like a taller, more, what are they called? Like goblet style planter. So that's what I've just been waiting to pop up at the thrift store. It is just something I've really come to enjoy as far as plant keeping. Whereas before it was like, it kind of stressed me out because I would plant plants really quickly into just whatever planter I had available. And then a couple months I would dislike the combination of the plant and planter, and then I'd repot them again. And it was just like an endless cycle until now that I'm actually putting thought into it and putting plants into planters I enjoy. New leaf. This is a begonia maculata cutting my mom gave me, and it is rooting and it is putting out this beautiful new leaf, and I'm so excited. Yeah, so those are all of my best tips for bedroom plants. I hope that some of this, I don't know, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think. If you have any bedroom plant tips, please leave a comment down below. I'd very much appreciate it, and I'm sure others would as well. Remember to head to my link in the description to check out Brooklinen's holiday 15% off sale through December 31st. My link is in the description. And again, huge thank you to Brooklinen for making this video possible. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!